Feasibility study is also part of a planning phase. Feasibility is the measure of how beneficial or practical an information system will be to the organization, and it needs to be continuously measured throughout the system development lifecycle. Sometimes upper managers, they get frustrated by the information systems that are unrelated to the organization's strategic goal, or they don't have a payoff for their organization. So the job of the analyst is to actually determine how best to present the solution to the management. Also, they are going to look at the solution in terms of if it's worth it for them in terms of economically, if it's worth it for them to invest in this system in terms of technical perspectives, if it's also feasible for them to invest in this new system in terms of operational and as well as schedule, as well as legal dimensions. So let's look at each of them in more detail. Let's look at economic feasibility. Economic feasibility assesses systems, costs, and benefits. For instance, if we are implementing a system that results in a $250,000 gain, but the system costs $500,000, the system is not economically feasible. So to conduct the economic feasibility study, the system analyst and the team, they have to identify all the costs and benefits, as well as intangible and tangible costs and benefits of this new proposed systems. The teams also, they need to think about the opportunity cost that is associated with the information system as well. Opportunity cost measures what you would miss by not having a feature or a system. For instance, if your competitor has a website and you don't, what is the cost of not having a website? Even if you don't really need one, then maybe your competitors are actually having a website. So what market share are you likely to lose if you don't have a website? So we have to think about these type of opportunity feasibility as well when we are developing information systems. To complete the economic feasibility study, the team must identify the benefits of the information system, both, as we said, tangible as well as intangible. Tangible benefits can be quantified in terms of annual saving or monthly savings, but the intangible ones are actually real challenge. So it is a challenge to accurately assessing intangible costs and benefits. Some of the examples of intangible benefits, they could include employee morale, better customer satisfaction, more efficient use of human resources, also increased flexibility in business operation, as well as improved communication. So these actually, sometimes you need to identify these intangible costs in order to kind of say our information system is worth it to have. If not, then maybe, it's true, it's costly because maybe we are spending a lot of money for this system, but then on the other hand, the customers will be satisfied. So you will do a lot of savings that way. After collecting information on costs and benefits, the team, they need to do cost effectiveness analysis. This analysis can be based on the concept that a dollar is worth more than a dollar 1 year from now. If the system doesn't produce enough return on investment for the money, then it's better to spend it somewhere else. Some of the most common analysis methods are payback, net present value or NPV, return on investment, ROI, and internal rate of return, which is IRR. Cost-benefit analysis, or we call it CBA report, is also used to sell the system to the top management. Now let's look at technical feasibility. This technical feasibility is concerned with the technology that will be used in the system. The team needs to assess whether this technology supporting the new system is available or if feasible to implement it. For instance, a full-featured voice-activated monitoring system is not technically feasible at this point. However, given the pace of technological development, many features of it might be available. They also have to see if the company is ready for this new technology. So sometimes maybe there is a lack of technical readiness for this company. So because maybe they don't have the technical expertise, they don't have the time or personnel to be able to implement this new system, and then that could lead to the lack of technical feasibility. So basically, in this part of the feasibility, the team, they need to also come up with the steps that needs to be taken into consideration to address some of the shortcomings for these new systems. One of the solutions or steps that they can take into consideration could be maybe a training to train the new employees, or train the current employees, or train the IT people with this new system. Now let's look at operational feasibility. Operational feasibility is the measure of how well the proposed system will work in the company and how internal and external customer will react to it. So the team need to assess whether this system, the information system that they're trying to implement, is worth it, and it is going to be doing what it's supposed to do. Now let's look at the schedule feasibility. Schedule feasibility is concerned with whether the new system can be completed on time. For instance, maybe a company might need a wireless network immediately because of a disaster that destroyed their new system. So maybe they shouldn't spend a lot of time on maybe a wire technology. So failure to develop in time leads to loss of customers. Some problem can be minimized when you are actually designing this system. It's true, a lot of deadlines could be missed, but the designers, they need to actually work with the project manager and use a lot of different project management tools in order to actually making sure that they are doing their task on time. And it can help them with the time management as well as getting organized when they are actually working with a new system. So maybe deadlines could be avoided. Legal feasibility is concerned with legal issues. Some of the things that legal feasibility need to address is, will the system violate any legal issues in the country where the system will be used? Also, are there any political repercussion of using the system, as well as if this system is meeting the requirements of Information Privacy Act as well.